small miracle that I had the parts to replace. Remember yesterday's drone crash? That's right, small miracle. I had the extra blades in my backpack. I mean, oh my. All right, let's fly to Buena Vista, 8,000 feet above sea level. And the track is locked. But you think that's gonna stop me? This is my home track, Buena Vista High School. And if somebody, so I know where the back gate is at, that is unlocked, I do believe. I'm gonna drive around there right now. I'll pull the card. Look inside the gym. Who has the school records for the 3,200 meters, 1,600 meters, I think even the 4x800 meters, I'm not exactly sure. That's right, my brother, Joseph DeMoor, and who was coaching him during those years? About a little over a decade now, I do believe. So yeah, I'm not afraid to pull that card. You better believe it. Welcome to a cinder track at 8,000 feet above sea level. Time for some intervals. Man, small miracle that there's not a breath of wind out here. Buena Vista is known to be very windy in the springtime, so I actually had to shed a layer. I had to take my windbreaker off because it's like 36 degrees out, but just perfect. Okay, I'm actually going to take the rest. It's been a crazy workout. I'll explain what happened here in a minute. You may have seen it on the track. I'll explain what happened here in a minute. I'm going to take the rest of the workout out to the streets because I am getting ready for a road race, not a track, definitely not a track race on dirt. Throwback, not the question of the day, is your local track still dirt? My brother and I talk about all the time how we hope this never changes, that it's never turned into a Mondo track. It just stays cinders. I mean, there's nothing like training on a dirt track and then translating that speed and how much extra work you have to put in onto a Mondo, like from dirt track, and then you translate that to a Mondo track, you feel like you can fly. All right, let's rock and roll. Oh yeah, we're tired. We're tired, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my. Whew. This whole interval business is it's the real deal. I come to the mountains to run up the mountains. That's what I do. Last summer we had between 65 and 90,000 subscribers. We actually passed 100,000 subscribers right at the Pikes Peak Marathon in late August. So since then, there's been a huge growth in the subscribers, and thank you for hitting that subscribe button. So you may not be fully aware that this type of training is not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. All right, I love the FKTs, the running as fast as possible up the mountains you saw in today's vlog is what I do in the summertime when the snow is not there. So I'm trying to push my boundaries. I'm trying to figure out and tinker and be that mad scientist with my training and figuring out the altitude and elevation differences. Just like I'm naive when it comes to humidity training, I gotta say, I am starting to understand much better the differences, what it feels like inside here, inside these legs that are barking at me right now with respect to training in Denver at 5,000 feet, yesterday for my double run at 12,000 feet, running a month ago here in Leadville at 10,000 feet, and then transitioning today from Leadville, where I slept last night, down 2,000 feet to Buena Vista. It's a fascinating experiment just to try and tinker. And then, yes, racing in Naples at dead sea level, and then in less than 10 days now in Toledo, Ohio. So, question of the day is coming up. Actually, let's do the question of the day, and then we'll do the comment of the day. Question of the day. I don't think I've ever asked this before, which kind of is surprising. What elevation, altitude do you live at? And how does that altitude impact your approach to training? I think this is going to be a fascinating conversation down in the comments today. All right. Yesterday's comment of the day goes out to Amanda. It's a nice and short and sweet. I love it, Amanda Bialou. Sorry about the pronunciation. She says, the cinematic shots are unreal. This is pure inspiration. Thank you, Amanda. That's what this channel is all about. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. But it's all like I try not to just say words, but to actually carry them forth here on YouTube. When I say seek beauty, I'm not joking. I'm not messing around. So thank you for noticing, Amanda. You get the comment of the day. And this conversation about altitude and elevation, I trained in Boulder, Colorado, which is by 5,600 feet, and we could drive 30 minutes and get up to 8,000 feet. That's one beauty of Boulder. And then you've got Flagstaff, which is a little over 7,000. I do like 7,500 maybe. But then you can drive down to Phoenix, which is 1,000 feet above sea level. That's why Flagstaff is such an attractive place to train. And I know there's other locations as well around there. But then you've got the Kenyans and the Ethiopians bopping around and flying around at 8,000 feet their entire life, depending on where you're at depending on what training camp you're at in Ethiopia and Kenya. So let's get this conversation going. I'm not going to ask, well, maybe I will just ask, what is the best elevation to train at? I got to tell you, there's something about 8,000 feet above sea level. It's because 10,000 here in Leadville, it's hard. You are just digging a little harder up here. I think that's why the Leadville 100-mile race is such a challenging race. Even though there's not as much vertical, you're starting so high and you never really go down. Yeah, it's fascinating. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, interval training. Butter to the bread right there. All right, we will toss it to an FKT from last summer. Up at altitude, you better believe it. Right there. Probably, you know what, I might do I'll try and find not Mount Elbert, but Mount Huron, or when I did, I don't know, one of the FKTs from last summer. I love you. Seek beauty. Work hard. And love each other. See you tomorrow.